Hello, Yandani. How
Hi.
are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How does a typical day start for you?
Well, I wake up in the morning, lie a bit in bed, and try and structure my day in my mind, like what do I want to do, what do I want to achieve, say a quick prayer for blessings for the day, and we go.
What's your favorite thing to do in your pastime?
Well, it all depends really. It all depends with the space that I'm in at the time. I paint, sometimes I just sit and do nothing really and just sink into myself and relax. It all depends really. Or go out, hang out with friends, it all depends.
What are the 5 things that you're the most proud of?
5 things. Well, I think I'm just proud of myself, the things I've achieved, the person that I am today, and how I've also managed to kind of stick to my objectives, even though sometimes I divert and flow a bit. Second thing I am proud of is it's just the gift of life, especially with this COVID. Like, some people don't make it throughout the day, and just me being alive and in good health in itself, just that gift of life and health is another thing I'm proud of. 3, 4, 5, I mean, it's a lot of things. But yeah, my family, my friends, support systems, even my jobs. Others don't have jobs in this COVID, and with the way things are, I think something I'm grateful right now.
You are an actress and a visual artist and an arts entrepreneur. Are there any other gifts that you have that we don't know about?
Well, I'm a visual artist. I don't know if people knew that. I'm a visual artist. I wish I could sing. I wish I could claim that, but it's not my gift. But I think I'm a visual artist. I think most people don't really know that.
Who inspires you every day? And how have they inspired your work? And how did they inspire you to be the person you are today?
My mother. My mother has made me the person and the woman that I am today. And just growing up with her strength, her courage as a single parent, it kind of made me feel and believe that I can achieve actually a lot of things in my life. I can pretty much do anything. So yeah.
5 years from now, where do we find you?
5 years from now, where do you find me? Well, definitely I want to be established in a place whereby I can do more for people, especially young people in the arts industry, whereby I can do more for them with my own resources and capacity.
Speaking about you doing something for the creative industry, you started an event that creates a platform for artists. Do you think the Zimbabwean government is doing enough for artists?
Well, not really. Yes, it's not enough. Yes, they acknowledge that arts is there, but then as far as it goes, there's not enough structures to support artists, resources to support artists financially or morally. There's really not much that is being done to support artists, so I feel like there's more that could be done.
You are an advocate for women's rights. How do you think your work has impacted people?
Well, I've never really thought how my work has impacted people, but maybe from the feedback that I've gotten with the people that I have worked with, I think I've also managed to, especially for other young people and other young women, to kind of help them break out of their shells and believe that they can actually achieve the things that they want to do. Because sometimes what you need is somebody who kind of believes in your idea, supports your idea, and understands your idea. And I feel I've been able to do that for most of them, which then gives them the boost that they need just to do the rest.
What is your take on the role of women in leadership and politics?
In Zimbabwe, well, in this country, I think looking from where we started off and where we are now, I feel like women have managed to slowly take up roles of leadership. I mean, we have influential women out there who have done a lot. Be it business, be it politics, be it even just being an influencer, a role model to the society. We have done that. But then I feel like there is more that women can do, even in politics. I feel like there's more that women can do, because we're looking at the issues whereby in parliament in itself, yes, we're coming from a time where we never had women in parliament to a time like to now whereby we have like a fraction of them, which is a step from where we started off, but I feel like more could be done.
What's your take on pregnant girls being allowed back in school?
They should go back to school. They should go back to school, because pregnancy is not what defines your destiny, your future, or you as a woman. Sometimes that's how it was meant to be for you. That's your fate, that's your destiny, that's how it's been written down. And these are just obstacles and challenges that come along the way. And that being an obstacle, it shouldn't be a barrier to then put a stop to saying, I've become pregnant at a young age and I cannot move on. And I believe that young girls should then be allowed to go back to schools and given the support and the resources that they need to be able to carry on and feel like, yes, it was a mistake or it happened in a certain way, but there is still hope. I can still move on and still be the person that I wanted to be, and that is necessary. And an empowered woman can really make so much changes, really.
We have seen an increase in child marriages over the last couple of months. What do you think the government could do differently to change that?
Well, looking at it now, yes, there are policies and structures in place to help prevent that or to help curb that problem. But I feel like there could be more that is done, because we have mass service providers who, from research and from the feedback that we've gotten in communities, they don't have the information and the know-how in dealing with these cases and issues, which in itself is, you empower people, you tell them you have rights. When this happens, you have rights, you can go there. But once you get to the service provider, that is where all this information filters off, because they really don't know how to handle such cases, how to really deal with such sensitive information. And I feel like more training for service providers, if that is done, it could really make a big difference in those issues.
Do you feel like unequal pay is a problem in Zimbabwe?
Well, I think the fact that I'm not very much aware of it, it should be a problem in itself. I think it could be a challenge, a problem in Zimbabwe, because if I look back at my interactions that I have with people, I used to have a friend who would say in his job he wouldn't employ women because women go through the issue of pregnancy, home responsibilities, marriage and stuff, and for him it was reason enough for him not to employ women, which probably means at the end of the day it becomes an issue whereby women are also underpaid. I think it's an issue, but probably most people are not even aware that it is an issue or they are underpaid. Just as long as I have a job, I think it could be an issue that we're not aware of. So yeah, put a pin on that.
What are your views on the cyber and security bill?
The cyber and security bill, from my understanding, when it started off, because I did attend some of these workshops and discussions that they would have, it kind of was a challenge for me to kind of grasp and understand it, because there were so many questions that were raised about it, whereby, okay, there is that monitoring of information, but then at the same time it's like an evasion into somebody's privacy and freedom of expression, whereby where is then the line drawn? While it's at the same time, it has been a good thing whereby information then moves faster, action is taken, so it prompts quick responses and accountability in some issues that are then raised in some aspects. But then as to fully understand it, I don't think so. I feel maybe there should be more simplified versions of information to give to the people to understand what exactly it is about.
If you could bring back any change maker, who would it be?
I think I would bring back my Salim Gabi. For me, if I look at where women and children are in Zimbabwe and the policies and the developments around just acknowledging their rights and their empowerment, and then just putting them at the forefront. I feel like she was a pioneer in most of these things for women in Zimbabwe, and I think if she would come back and take a look at the work that we've done so far, I'm sure she will be proud. And also, since she had the vision, I think she should also give some input and be of some certain influence towards some of the changes that we need for women to be acknowledged in this country.
What is your idea of a perfect Zimbabwe? No poverty, definitely.
A poverty-free Zimbabwe is my dream Zimbabwe, because if we say minus poverty, that is minus corruption, minus GBV, minus child marriages. It eliminates a whole lot of things, because most of these problems that we are in as a country, as a society, it is because of poverty, lack of opportunities. It means if there's no poverty, that means we even have a strong economy, because there's opportunities, and most of these problems that we have right now as a country will be resolved. We don't have them. So a poverty-free Zimbabwe, yay.
When fear sets in, what keeps you going?
Prayer. I pray, I read my Bible, I meditate on the scriptures, and it also helps me place myself and find my center and redefine and readjust myself in that. So prayer has been very crucial in my life.
Just one more thing. What do you want people to remember you by?
I want to be remembered now. But I would want to be remembered as that person who made a change, who was an influence towards certain shifts that are necessary right now. So I want to be remembered as a change maker.
Thank you so much for your time, Yandani. We're going to get out of you here now.
All right, thank you.